Hello, sweet friends. Thanks so much for joining me on today's devotional. I'm going to be doing my usual end of the video devotional. So I'm reading from 100 Days of Believing Bigger today. So just thought I'd switch it up a little bit. And yeah, let me just kind of go towards the end. I'm thinking that's where I am. And yeah. This week's devotional is called God's Directive. So let's get started. Grab your coffee. I've got my iced coffee in my Dunkin' Donuts cup. It's supposed to get about 90 today, so I thought, iced coffee? Yeah. So let me grab my glasses. I'll be right back. It's starting to get warm here in Nebraska, and I know it's not as hot as some of you have experienced already, but 88, I think, for our high today, which to me is pretty hot. It's almost 90. I know that I'll only get hotter as, the weeks go by, but let me know in the comments what the temperatures have been for you. In your area. I know there's been a lot of storms as well. So yeah, just comment down below and let me know how the outdoor temperatures have been for you, and if you've experienced any storms. We have definitely experienced some storms and wind, and yeah, just let me know. Just kind of curious. God's directive. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. The book Esther, chapter 4, verse 14. Unfavorable life circumstances often invite God's unbeatable blessing and favor. Take Esther. She was an orphan and a foreigner who found refuge and a life for herself by disguising her ethnicity and blending into the king's harem. She was basically in the palace's beauty school, drenched in the rules of her time and learning what a lady should do and be to please the powers that be. However, while she climbed the ranks, her people were being slaughtered. It was genocide. They had no advocate. For Esther to enter into the king's court without being summoned was an offense punishable by death. So when God called Esther to step up and speak up to plead to the king on behalf of the Jewish people, God was asking her to do the unthinkable, to voluntarily blow her cover in a society that was killing her kind. But she was afraid to be herself. Hiding her true identity had been key to her survival. She came up with every excuse justifying why circumstances aren't right for her to do such a dangerous thing. To use her voice. It was not that women in her position were supposed to do. Esther was not incorrect, but she was not right either. It was true that the law forbade women from entering the king's court, but she was wrong about the law being more important than God's directive. In the end, she used her voice, saved her people, and became queen. Oh my gosh, I love this story. I can really relate to this one. So it's just about doing what's right. Follow God's directive, do what's right. Even if it's something you're having a hard time with, and you know that it's God's directive, God's asking you to obey Him and follow His directive. So look what came about for her. She ended up being queen. So if that isn't motivation, then wow, I don't know what is. But that's what this devotional, I think, is about. just following God's directive. So what we think in our minds sometimes is not really true. She thought she had to do all this to survive. And in the end, when she used her voice, she saved her people and became queen. Wow. Okay, that was a really good devotional today. I think I'm going to follow God's directive. His is way better than mine. And every time I try to kind of go my own way, it's not, I know it's not God's directive and what he wants me to do. So I challenge you today. Ask God what it is he wants you to do and then do it. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me on today's devotional. Hope you're having a great week, month, year. Happy June. And we'll see you on the next video. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.